I'm saying, though, but what do you think might happen, though, if they played?
What would happen?
On the field.
That would be a romp, like it was Monday night, week 1, when you guys put up a donut. That's what I would have to say.
But I already discussed what my theory about the Giants was.
What's that?
My theory about the Giants.
Yeah, if you didn't watch the show a couple weeks ago, Chris, who's a Giants fan, came on the show and said the Giants were going to win the Super Bowl next year. Now, Chris, we don't know what he was smoking at that time during or before the show. But that theory, it really holds no water, because the Giants, they really have no talents when you think about it. Their quarterback, Dave Brown, is not even a has-been. He's a wannabe. That should be intentional grounding.
That should be
the
pass
tackles,
interference.
no?
The guy tackled him before the ball even got to him.
What? Yeah, when you're throwing to a lineman, of course he's going to get tackled. Get out of here, Anthony. Come on. But what else you got for me there, Chris?
Do I get a T-shirt now?
Yeah, you can get a T-shirt. How about that? You got a T-shirt in here. Why don't you come up to the stand here, get you a nice T-shirt here. Here's a little party shirt for you. It's got a nice pocket. You can stick your calculator and pens in there and whatnot. So we got some T-shirts. We're going to be giving away some other stuff. We got a couple nice prizes in here.
Charles Haley. I'd like to speak a word about Charles Haley.
Got some pens.
Another great move that just happened to fall right for the Cowboys.
Yeah, what's that?
Re-signing Charles Haley.
Oh, no. What about Charles Haley? I'm sorry.
Just another thing that went right for the Cowboys, you know, re-signing him.
What do you mean something that just went right for the Cowboys?
Everything seems to be dropping in the right place.
The 49ers did not give the respect that Charles Haley deserved, and he wasn't having that after 2 Super Bowl seasons.
Please.
So he says, you know what, I'm going to pay you back. And what happens? He was
upset because they let go of Ronnie Lott. And that's why
another great move by, everybody talks about Carmen Policy and Eddie DeBartolo. How they manage the salary cap, try to fit all the quality players in. Here's a guy who let Ronnie Lott and Charles Haley go, trades Joe Montana. These guys were cornerstones of the 49ers of the 80s. And these so-called geniuses let a backup quarterback from Tampa Bay go in there and start. Get out of here. So I don't want to hear about it.
I have no disagreement with you. Because they should have never gotten rid of them.
The real Maverick owner is Jerry Jones. But we got a question right now. It looks like we got a Jet fan up there. What's your name again?
Eric.
Eric, talk into the microphone so America can hear you.
I want to know if the rumors are true. Are the Jets going to trade the best balanced passer in the league, Boomer Esiason, to the Knicks for Charlie Ward?
Actually, that's a good question, because Boomer Esiason really is a horrible quarterback, and anybody thinks he's halfway decent. As we, put on that paper bag, baby. Jets fans bringing out the paper bags, although plastic bags would be a little more efficient. But getting back to Charlie Ward, to the Jets for Boomer Esiason. Boomer Esiason really had one good year when he won the NFL MVP back in 1988, led the Bengals to the Super Bowl. Since then, he's really been mediocre to garbage. And although I think he was a power forward in college, I'm not sure. Boomer would probably fit in good with the Knicks style of basketball. So I see that trade possible, although I have not any rumors developed. Anything else you want to add while you're up there?
Yeah, am I ever going to see a Jets Monday Night Football game in my lifetime?
Well, the Jets...
Next season.
Well, we got crazy Jets fan joining us here on the Cowboys Fan. Of course, he's giving props out to North Rockland High School football down in Rockland County.
Alma mater.
Yeah, Jets, he really doesn't wear any Jets garb, but that's because he doesn't want to get attacked. But again, to your question about the, what did you ask me again? I'm sorry. What did you ask me again?
Am I going to see a Monday Night Football game with the Jets?
Well, see, the thing is, because the Jets play in Jersey along with the Giants, and they share the stadium of the same name, the Jets usually end up with a Monday Night Football game, usually to balance out the TV schedule, because, as you all know, those of you from the New York City area, we all get blacked out on double headers. So the Jets usually do get on Monday Night Football, because they're so apathetic and just so horrible, and pretty much caved in last year when Dan Marino shocked them at the end of that game in the Meadowlands last year. The Jets didn't get a Monday night bid this year, but the Jets will be on Monday Night Football sometime before the end of the decade, so you can look forward to that. A playoff appearance or even a Super Bowl in the next, 50,000 years, I don't know. It's going to be real tough. But that's the pain of being a Jets fan. Try and root for other teams and other sports, because God knows you ain't getting any joy at that team. But as we say, crazy Jets fans joined us right now, and what do you got to say for us this week?
Well, first of all, I apologize that I'm late. I was getting my ass kicked in intramural hockey.
Really?
But I'm here now.
Yeah, Steve and my apartment mates, who I don't even know if they're here right now, a couple of them are. They play intramural hockey, and what did you guys didn't win tonight?
No, we lost, but it was a noble effort.
Noble effort?
And, you know, let me just reminisce here for a second. When I was a kid, growing up in North Rockland.
Talking to the microphone.
I was growing up in North Rockland. I used to think to myself, you know, one day, I wish I could have my own TV show. And one day, I wish I could broadcast from a pub. And you almost made that dream possible for me, Dan. I want to thank you right now.
All right, thank you. I'm glad that you feel that way. And maybe, you know, come down here with a Jets t-shirt next time, seriously. Because I know, as embarrassing as it is to be a Jets fan, I mean, these guys come down here with the paper bags and the Boomer Esiason, Ken O'Brien jersey. And these come down here and support their team. I mean, they're risking bodily harm and, you know, and ridicule. But, you know, at least they're representing. And, you know, I gotta give props to that because, you know, it's a lot of pain to be a Jets fan, but you don't even don a T-shirt. Now, why is that?
All right, I have my Jets T-shirt.
God, every week it's the same damn thing.
If the Dallas was 1-15, would you still be doing this show?
No. What the hell am I going to do a show about a 1-15 team? That'd be like if we had the Jets fan, you know, every week. Get out of here. What are you going to do a show like that for?
So wait, aren't you saying you said you're a fair weather fan then if you're only doing the show when the team is good? Look at this. I get on every week even though the Jets suck. And you're telling me that you only do the show when the Dallas has a good season. That's what you just said.
That is not what I'm saying. And let me explain something to you before. My God, the word, like, you can come down here, you can call me names, you can say the Cowboys suck and whatnot, but the one thing you cannot do, is my watch is falling off now, is call me a bandwagon fan.
Then how come all the jerseys that you have are of Irvin, Aikman?
Dude, what do you want me to be sporting?
What happened to some white or Herschel Walker?
A Steve Pillar jersey for you? They don't sell those things.
Stop, you got to support your
I've been a Cowboys fan since 1980, all right? And I didn't bring my T-shirt down here.
I got to say a word to the Crazy Jets fan. How can you support a team that plays in Giant Stadium? Isn't that just disrespectful in every single possible way?
All right.
Troy, that's a good question.
That's a good question. And there's not much to back me up on that, all right? We didn't always play in Giant Stadium. We played in Shea Stadium. Going back to the Shea days. Now, I think the best idea for this whole problem was, I think it was Johnny Mitchell had the idea, that the preseason game every season between the Jets and the Giants, whoever wins that game, the stadium is named after them for that season, okay?
Troy Aikman's going yard, baby! Damn it.
And he lost.
Flag? You got a flag?
Irvin gets every call.
Oh, don't even give me that. Don't even be. Irvin's got like 2 calls. Oh, yo, what are you? You're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. What are you smoking? Get out of here.
Every damn call.
Oh my. Yo, let's talk about the call that Michael Irvin didn't get last January. Oh, yeah, because it was Dion. That's true. Give him the mic. This guy's yelling. Give him the mic when he's.
Now Dion's gonna get ready to call for the Cowboys, and it's just making me sick. Cause watch him put his hand already. He's putting his hand. Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah. You see, if defined in the rule book,
Michael Irvin is the king
Article
of the
3.
stiff arm to the cornerback before the ball even gets there. He goes, "Get out of my face."
This is why we call
and that's illegal.
And this is why
it's
we
never
call
called.
40
And I hate
Weiner
it.
fans. But we got a question now at the mic stand over there. What's your name there, son?
David.
David. And you root for the
Indianapolis Colts.
That's it. Yeah, you're the Colts fan from before. That's pretty interesting. Now, how long you been a Colts fan for?
Since about kindergarten.
Since when?
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten, really? Now, this is pretty interesting because I know no Colts fan. Actually, that's not true. Hold on a second. I got to see this touchdown. Oh, every week it's that same thing. Oh, so Michael Irvin? Michael Irvin style? I shoot some caps, but I haven't been able to get any off. I think they shot them all anyway.
Hold on for a minute.
Yeah, but I can't get too excited about this. Actually, that's not true. My Uncle Donald is a Colts fan, and actually my girlfriend's father's a Colts fan.
Shit.
How did you become a Colts fan? That's pretty interesting.
I moved to Indianapolis.
You lived in Indianapolis? Are you from that area?
Yeah, I live in Indianapolis.
Okay, and you've been rooting for some, but they were in Baltimore when you were in kindergarten.
That's true.
That's true. So, all right, what now? Just because you lived there, your dad was a Colts fan, your family had a heavy Colt influence, because God knows they weren't in a Super Bowl those years. So that you must be pretty diehard.
That's true, but they might come in one this year.
What's that?
They might be in one this year.
Yeah, is his mic on? Can we hear him? All right, okay.
Well,
I can't really hear him.
You said earlier Troy Aikman was the #1 quarterback in the NFL, but correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't #1 quarterback the comeback kid himself, Jim Harbaugh of the Indianapolis Colts?
You're close. Jim Harbaugh is ranked #2 in the league going into this week. Troy Aikman's ranked #1, but Jim Harbaugh is the #1 quarterback in the AFC. Now, what does that mean exactly? Not much, because the AFC is clearly an inferior conference and really has been throughout history. But anything else you want to add on the Colts?
Say what?
Anything else you want to add about the Indianapolis Colts?
Just Marshall Faulk all the way.
All right. What do you think about the Browns moving to Baltimore?
Well, they need something, you know, that
Yeah.
we took the Colts from them.
Because they haven't been, you know, Baltimore hasn't had football in 10 years, you know?
Yeah, they're kind of bitter about it.
Yeah.
But, you know, we give them the Browns.
What do you think about they changing the Hoosier Dome to the RCA Dome? Did that affect you at all?
Yeah, it's kind of, you know, the passing of American values. You know, it's being sold out to the mega corporations.
Selling out to the biggest buyer, baby. That's sports in the 90s. But thank you for your Colts comments.
Thanks.
It's nice to see guys from little teams represent.
Can I get a T-shirt there?
Oh, yeah, you want a T-shirt? Yeah, that's right. Well, answer me a question. Wait, come back. You got to answer me a question here. I got to, because you're a Colts fan, so are you up on Colts history and whatnot?
Pretty much, yeah.
All right.
Not in Baltimore.
Not in Baltimore?
Doesn't count.
All right. When was the last time the Colts went to the playoffs?
I don't remember that far back.
You don't remember? Just take a guess.
87.
Oh, good call. The strike year. You get a T-shirt, baby. They lost to the Cleveland Browns in the divisional playoff. 38-21. Watch yourself there on the hang-on. Got a nice Binghamton University T-shirt for you. Courtesy of the bookstore and anyone else who's sponsoring this event.
Yeah,
and we got another question at the podium.
Hi, yes. I would like to talk about the old football leagues back in the 1920s.
All right, why don't you talk about that? Of course, last year the NFL celebrated its 75th season. And so why don't you tell us about the old days?
Because back then, damn it, we didn't have helmets. And we used to grow our hair in so that it resembled helmets. And that's why I admire you. Because if you played back then, judging by your hairdo, you would have played for the old Minneapolis Ball Club.
That's Professor Winston J. Periwinkle. He's coming on the show. He's on another planet right now. He's getting wasted with his friends here down at the table.
Yo, let's give a little joining us.
Oh, man, whoa, man, what's going on?
Crazy Redskin fan.
Crazy Redskins
Back
fan,
home,
man.
straight from the I-Dome. Let's give it up in the Chili Willy hat.
Give him that microphone.
Man, anybody see that Chief Redskin game yesterday?
This guy did over here. We got Sully back there who's in the camera shot right now. He's a
fan?
Kansas City Chiefs fan.
I give him your props. You got a good team this year. You got a good team. You got a good team.
Yeah, I know. Sully's yelling at me right now. He's telling me the Chiefs and the Cowboys are going to be meeting in the Super Bowl, perhaps, and that they'll beat them on Thanksgiving Day. But that Chiefs-Redskin game, you guys look in a game of politically incorrect teams. I mean, seriously, you guys didn't look too good yesterday.
Yeah, I know. We need the bye week pretty soon.
As we see the Dallas defense smother yet another Eagle ball carrier. Well, I want to get back to the AFC. We were talking to a Colts fan a couple minutes before. Getting back to the AFC, and since the AFL's inception in 1960, you know, people want to talk about, you know, the AFC was always, you know, they dominated the Super Bowls in the 70s, and only recently has the NFC been the superior conference. But when you think about it, this is an interesting point. Maybe you guys want to address this when I'm finished with it. The AFC has always been inferior since they were the AFL back in 1960. Because even though the Steelers won 4 Super Bowls in the 70s, a lot of people don't remember is that the Steelers were part of the NFL before the merger. So they're not really a true AFC team. In fact, the only real AFC powerhouses are the Miami Dolphins and the Oakland Raiders. The Jets and Chiefs squeaked some Super Bowl upsets in the late 60s.
I mean, what are you talking about?
No, listen to me, James.
You know?
The only... No.
Right now, yeah, sure. The AFC is kind of, you know...
Dude, I'm talking... No. I'm talking about in the history of the AFL AFC. Only 2 teams have really established themselves as dynasties. That was the Dolphins in the early 70s and the Raiders in the 70s and early 80s. That's 2 teams out of the whole conference. The NFC East has 3 teams alone with histories. The Cowboys, Redskins, and Giants. You throw in the Bears, the 49ers, the Vikings go to 4 Super Bowls. The NFC is stacked with historically sound teams. And the AFC doesn't have that. The Jets and Chiefs Super Bowl wins in 3 and 4. The Cleveland Browns are an NFL team. They're not an AFC team. They don't count. The Steelers used to be in the NFL, baby. They're not an AFC team either. And neither are the Colts.
So wait. Do you have an explanation for this? Is there like 3 guys that sit up there and say, all right, the AFC is going to play this way, the NFC is going to be like this, and that's why they suck every year?
I don't know what it is, but the AFC's won the Super Bowl, I think, 12 times. Yeah, 12. The AFC's won the Super Bowl 12 times. 5 AFC Super Bowl wins have come from teams that used to be in the NFL. That's almost half. 4 from the Steelers and 1 from the Baltimore Colts, who used to be in the NFL, and they won the first Super Bowl for the AFC. So what I'm telling you is the AFC has always been horrible. Not just the last 15 years. They've always been bad. You as a Jet fan, address that.
Excuse me? That the AFC
because a lot of people are confused by the Miracle Jets in 1968 when Joe Namath, guided that team to the win over Baltimore in the Super Bowl, and that's clouded people's vision